It's a Sunday, fun day. I'm hyped.
You know I was ready for this.
Anytime you can get a Wayne Gretzky patch jersey autograph for well under $1,000.
I mean, you start up hot. I mean, they expect you to maintain that throughout your whole career. But, everybody knows there's ups and downs to everything.
What do you guys think of Marvin Carter?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's a great move.
So when it comes down to card value, right? Breeze and Aaron Rodgers don't compare to Tom Brady. What's up, everybody? What's going on? This is FD. JD will be here just in a second. We're going to go through some comments right quick. Let me switch your head out. Do-do-do. All right. So now we got OG Car Scanner. Yo. What's up? WrestleMania. Main event. Then it's on. What's the play? What's going on? Brock or Roman? I'm going to go with Brock. Rolling, smash your thumbs up. What's up, man? Rookie Collector, we rolling. What's going on, people? What is happening? What's going down? Got another head change. What's going on with everyone tonight? Anything new and exciting happening? How was everyone's weekend? What do people get into? Rolled and ready to go. There you go, Brenda. Rolled and ready to go. What's up with people? Anything new and exciting going on? So, South Carolina? Anybody want to talk about South Carolina? Before JD comes on and tells us about the Bay Area show? Did anybody watch the game tonight? All right, let's see here. Did anybody watch the game? So South Carolina won 64-49. Did anybody watch the game? Don Staley is the first black coach in men's and women's Division I history. Let me finish this here. To win multiple national championships for South Carolina, 64-49 win over UConn. LeBron James going fishing, huh? What's up with the Lakers? JD is a huge Lakers fan. You got to talk about this. And here is JD.
Oh, man. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
My bad, I'm a little late.
Are you good? Just started. What's happening?
Man, nothing. How was your day, dude?
It was good.
Hey, did you I didn't see the intro. We got a new intro this week or what?
No, same intro.
Oh man, I missed it. I was like, man, I hope you didn't drop a new intro without me.
Nah, same intro, man. So South Carolina women won.
Oh, yeah, they just won, right?
Yeah. 64-49 over UConn.
My God. I know.
Don Staley's doing her thing.
I can't believe they won, honestly. I thought UConn was gonna win with Paige, but I guess not. Man,
Gino, I think, is being humbled, right? Like Adam says, that Don Staley stomped Gino while rocking 10K Louis Vuitton outfit. She's dressed up. I'm looking at pictures right now. She's handling her business, man. Dude, we all know Don Staley was a great player. She's a great coach. She's making history. Yeah, UConn is, Gino. What's up, Chance? What's going on? So, you want to talk about the Lakers first?
The Lakers? What happened to the Lakers? Oh yeah, they out of the. I know. Yeah, they're out of the playing tournament, right?
Yeah, rookie car finder said LeBron James going fishing, man.
I can't believe it, man. I can't believe they got that low.
You knew this fine.
I didn't think it was gonna be this bad to the point where they're not even gonna make the play-in.
Dude, I saw a stat the other day. AD has played in 38 games out of 78 this season. We know Russell Westbrook historically shoots about 46%, turns the ball over significantly. Let's just go through this real quick. Turns the ball over significantly. every game almost, and he plays point guard. And it's not just the stats, right? It's about like how you bring the ball up the court, how you break the offense flow, the turnovers in key moments. Then you got Dwight Howard barely plays. You had DeAndre Jordan barely played. Then they got rid of him.
They got rid of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have who else? Carmelo hurt, and when he is playing, he's not really playing defense. He only shoots the three. Then you have what's the guy from Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yeah, went to Kentucky, went to college. Plays what guard? I can't remember.
The guard. Yeah. Who? I don't even know who you're talking about. The guy.
Let me look at the roster right quick. I can't remember this guy's name. And when
Bradley? Oh, was it Bradley?
No. No. And I want to remind everybody, Winning Time is on tonight on HBO. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I shall.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, it is. Malik Monk. Malik Monk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he plays. He gives all he can. I've seen him play better this year than I think I've ever seen him play.
I mean, he got no choice. I mean, look at the situation they're in. They need him to play like that, right? Just because they don't got nobody after LeBron. I mean, Westbrook and everything. So
Trevor Ariza never really touched the court.
Nope.
Kent Bazemore. I don't even know what to say about that. Kendrick Nunn, Stanley Johnson, Wayne Ellington. Those guys run the court, try to give some energy. Avery Bradley, they said, was a defensive stopper.
Nah,
I don't know about prime. Yeah, I don't know about that. THT, up and down. Austin Reeves tries to hustle. Just not,
That is, I think I was talking to some people. They said the contracts that they had this year was just crazy. They don't have enough wiggle room to do anything. They don't have no capital anymore either. They gave all that money to Westbrook and AD, and now
that's what you call everybody getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, when everybody's getting paid, you don't have anything extra on the table.
And I feel bad for them too, because just 2 years ago they were the face of the NBA, right?
That was the bubble year, though, right?
I mean, yeah, that bubble year was, it
was like a mythical season.
I feel that bubble year was crazy, just because of exactly the bubble. Like nobody was there, no teams, nothing, no fans. So LeBron was like playing pickup. You know what I mean? So there was no pressure on him that year.
Yeah,
on any of them.
Yeah, no more draft stock either. LA Hobbyists, what's up?
Definitely no more draft stock. They have no capital. No more capital.
So what I wonder what they do going forward.
So there's a trade where they trade AD to Chicago, and they get like some draft picks, and they pick up Patrick Williams, just some young players, Kobe White. They trade Westbrook, and then I don't know what they do with LeBron.
Is LeBron ready for that? He want to roll with these guys?
I think right now, he's just gonna be coasting until he finds out where Bronny's going. He's got.
So what is up? Bronny's a senior.
He's gonna be a senior this year.
So he has 1 year, and then we'll see. What's up? What's up? Love you live with AIH. Okay, I appreciate you watching that. It was a good conversation. I wanted to have a good conversation with him, and we plan to try to get together again. He has a cool perspective, so and I like to listen to all perspectives.
And speaking of perspectives, man, there was a lot of them today at the show.
What's up? So the Bay Area show, break it down.
That show felt like I got there right when everybody was setting up, so I snuck in. But it felt like a card show. You know what I mean? Like it was just no special activities. It was just like straight cards. I mean, they play music in the background and everything, but there was a lot of like action today when I was there. Like everybody making deals. Of course, you got your YouTubers, your influencers, everything, but it felt like a premiere show, but with a Bay Area vibe. It was for a Sunday. I was so surprised how packed it was. And then it was at a Dick's sporting goods store. So you know how those stores are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though it was spread apart, it still felt like it was busy. You know, I was able to set up with Dynasty mode with EJ and all of them,
What's up
and
with DJ? How's DJ doing?
it was good, man. He picked up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if he posted a photo yet, but um, I forget how crazy it
I think
is.
he posted a photo of some of his wrestling stuff that he picked up.
Yeah, yeah, and I forget how crazy it is when you set up with somebody. Because I last time I set up was with Jets Mamba,
Mhm.
like in Philly, and I just remember how crazy it is the traffic you get with people coming in with all these cards that they got, right? And the deals you're making, and just the negotiations that takes place, and I'm just like, man, I forgot how crazy it is sitting in this side of the table. It was cool because I got a little practicing, so it was nice. Got a
Well,
little
sitting with EJ, I imagine a lot of people are coming to him.
yeah, a lot of. I mean, of course, everybody.
Mhm.
It's one of those things. Like when I was with Jets on Philly
Same
traffic.
with Jets. I would imagine people are
Yeah,
coming.
people were just coming. People were like, "Oh, what's up, Jets?" Blah blah blah. Da da da. You know, and that's good for me, especially if I'm sitting there just trying to get some sales or just trying to get some traffic going. And it was good. You know, I met a lot of different people. Met some YouTubers up there, and just interacting with people like we always talk about, and just networking and just talking. It was cool. You know, picked up some nice things. Look, saw a lot of nice cars that you don't see in LA, and it was cool. It was one of those things where I just wish I could do it like every weekend, but you know, it's tough because it's one of those. It's a grind.
Yeah. We got Loco in the house. Loco says I was at the show yesterday and it was cracking. Like
Damn,
I haven't heard that one in a while. It was
it
on and
was.
cracking.
It was for so I for Sunday. It picked up towards the. You know how shows usually pick up in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
This one picked up towards the end, like the halftime. It
Okay.
started picking up.
All right.
So I was even surprised.
Well, you know
So
you in Yay area, man.
I know,
That
man. You know they
always
go crazy, man.
always good. So Loco says we sold a $3,000 car the first 10 minutes of the show. Let me know what that car was, Loco. I'm just interested. You know.
Oh, I saw 3,000. I saw a 4.5 card today. It was a Stephen Curry auto
Oh,
rookie.
you know it was a Curry. You know
Yeah,
the Bay Area, man. That's where you want to go get your Currys, your Clays, your
pool.
Trayvon.
There was so much pool. Oh my goodness, I never seen so much pool in my life. Jordan Poole, prism, silver, color, red,
Well, you
blue.
know what with Curry going out, people are starting to see him showcase his skills and there's some breath back into the pool craze. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jordan Poole. Not a lot of clay. Not a lot of clay.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
not a lot of clay.
Okay. Might be time to look for Clay. Local says I saw Dynasty Mode, but I didn't realize you were there. I think you were there today, right?
I was there today. I wasn't there yesterday. I pulled up. I caught a flight at 7, got there at 8:15, got at the show at like 9, and I was there the whole day. I was walking and I was sitting. I did everything today. Just back to the flow of things.
All right, Jess Mambo on here, JD, rookie card finder. Uh, Brendan, I'm still hopeful for a collab with AB the Hero someday, FD.
Uh-oh.
AB. Hmm. Rip, great flip. What's up, man? What's up, Rip?
What's
Great
up,
flip?
Riff?
We rolling. What's up, FD and JD? What's up, man? Oh, Loco said it was a Vlad Guerrero Topps Heritage Chrome Black Refractor PSA 10.
That guy was moving too. I was like, I thought we were in Toronto with all the Vlad I was seeing. it
Got some
was
Vlad love, huh?
baseball. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. There was a lot of baseball this weekend. A lot. I mean, it was. I hadn't seen. I mean, Otani's always Otani, but I mean, a lot of the Bowman's rookies autos. I saw a lot of those. Of course, you see Trouts. I saw a nice Barry Bonds auto, which you don't see a lot
Yeah, you don't see a lot.
out of 73. Oh, I actually took a photo of it, but yeah, when I see all these cars, man, it just gets me thinking. Like, man, I forgot Barry Bonds signed and how about and he hardly doesn't sign either. You know, so when you just get the juices flowing when you see these different cars that shows.
And this is an interesting story. So Loco said it was a Vlad Guerrero Black Refractor Heritage. Then he says we actually bought that card as an HGA 9.5 and cracked it and subbed to the PSA and got to 10. Someone really graded that card as HGA, huh?
I don't know why.
That's interesting, Loco. Keen eye. Very cool,
Dang,
man.
that's crazy. That means you got to buy it at HGA price, break it, crack it, and then sub it. Dang. You
Hey,
know,
in this environment, sometimes you got to put that work in.
and then yeah, speaking of, this is like I was just talking to everybody in the Bay today. I was like, what's the move to like what's the word I'm looking for? Just try to make some profit. And they said buy raw and just go and just grade it yourself. So that's the kind of
Well,
approach.
that's always been there, right?
I know, but I didn't think that was like the move.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
but the key is someone self-evaluating that card to make sure that they're buying.
yeah, that's the only thing. I'm not that. I don't know if I have the eye for that, and I don't want to risk it, especially if you send an economy. And I think it's like what $150 or $50 or $100 to send economy. I don't know if I'm ready to make that decision. And then if I come back looking crazy with like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of the people that are doing that are missing on some things.
Yeah.
You may only hear about the wins. All right.
Mhm.
So what did you pick up at the show, man?
Let me see if I got it here. I'm really big in the UFC right now just because it's cool, you know. I try to stay, like I said, this year I try to stay in my PC range.
Yeah.
So I just bought some UFC stuff. I actually picked this Desmond Bain up for my friend Christian.
Oh, yeah. I saw that card on your post.
Yeah, this is nice. This is really.
What is that number? Is that a number card?
Out of 49.
Oh, nice.
I'm telling you, when you hang out with these big ballers, you get all these nice cards coming your way.
Oh, well, you know, like I said, you said about EJ, man. Yeah, I know all the stuff that's coming to his table.
You know, it was more Pat Flipstar.
Pat has the same vibe. Yeah. What's up with Pat? What was Pat talking about? What was he doing?
Man, he had his he had his downtown going. You know, everybody was making moves today. So it was cool. It was nice to see that the hobby's still flowing like that, especially in a different city. So it was cool. Really.
And now there's another show coming up there next week, right?
Yeah, the Frisco one, man. You gotta go. FD.
Are you going back to that?
I'm going back to back like Drake. Oh, speaking of, I don't know. We didn't talk about that, huh? We were really under last week. The people on his
man. Yeah, I got on, and I was about to hit you with a text. As soon as I got on, I was like, yeah, we were wrong.
I know, but they did it wrong. But I told you what they should have done. I told you, right? They should have went on Drake's page, and they would have been game over. But it was still good. It was still cool. You know, he pulled all those Jordan rookies, which is crazy to pull. I didn't know you could pull.
Well, I think the odds are. I think he hit odds, right? I think pulling 3 rookies and 3 stickers is pretty normal.
Oh, that is? Oh.
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
Hold on, what?
I know people was like, wow, but no, I think that was pretty normal, man. The thing is, are you going to buy a box of 86 Flair and then open it?
At that point, no. I mean, what are you going to do?
I'm not doing that. But I think what was cool is that his cards look more centered than some.
That was a cool part, yeah.
Yeah.
And he did. He looked surprised too. You know, he looked kind of genuine, so it was nice. It was just cool to see that a famous artiste was on there.
Yeah, like Rookie Card Finder said, that's known. Chance says 3 to 4 Jordan rookies is known.
So, would you buy a Flair and then just rip it and then grade it?
A box of you talking a box of Flair?
Yeah, if you had the money.
I would buy the cards, man.
I mean, that's always a safe bet. That's always a safe bet too.
What is a box of 86 Flair basketball going for? People, let me look it up here. Is it 20,000? What is it?
20,000?
Is it more than 20?
That's too much. Never mind. That's a Honda. That's a down payment for a car or something.
So I'm on eBay right now. Oh no, I'm way off. Let me see what things it's
Honda. 200K. They said 200K in the comments.
Yeah, I think 200 to 300. That's what I just saw. Real quick.
Wow.
So if you bought a $200, this is the thing though, right? And Chance, you're spot on. Like this is you're paying $200,000, right? Who's buying a $200,000 box and then open it? That's next level.
Yeah, and then what? And then you grade it, and then what? What happens if it doesn't come back at the grade you want? Then
Right.
you're
It all comes down to gambling on that cutting machine, calibrated that. Yep.
yep, that's true, 100%.
Especially in '86. Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine back then? If we go back in time, you're like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys cutting with scissors or something?
Yeah. AJ Dillon, loco, is I think he's a real collector. He's really in the cards. Like he makes videos. He's cracking. He's now I'm using the word cracking. Right. He's breaking boxes open on a regular. So I think AJ Dillon is in the game for real.
Which is good.
Yeah, rookie's crying over here. Chance was 50K a few years ago. Yeah, it was when his PSA 10 was 25,000. Now the thing is who bought that PSA 10 at 25,000, and what's their story?
Oh man, 25,000. Can you imagine? Just sitting back right now, just looking at it, 25,000. Now it's worth almost close to 100, right?
But we talk about, like, even on yesterday with AIH, we were talking about long-term investing.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about that, JD? Do you think people are thinking long-term or keeping cards long-term?
I'm in it for the long term. So
But do you have certain cards that you know you're going to hold on to?
yeah,
For a while?
yeah, I always do. Especially like I don't know. I'm just pulling something out of my messy desk right now. Let me just find it. Like I mean, I'm just throwing something out there. Like a Lamelo.
Okay.
Like yeah, I mean, I'm thinking long term with him because just because of the value he brings and then what he could change the game with possibly. So yeah, I always think long term. FD man, I'm in it for the long term. Okay, I'm not in it just for the few months and few days. I'm here for
We're gonna do some market research because I'm gonna start asking people more about what are they thinking long term. I know you may
that has to be our topic. That's
yeah.
the topic of the
What
week.
are you thinking long term? Because I don't know if I don't know.
But you could tell the people that are thinking long term and the people that are just thinking short term, just what they have in their showcase sometimes.
True.
So,
So Michael Thomas, what's up, fellas? Finally getting to drop in. Salute to y'all. What's up, MT? What's up, Mr. Thomas?
And you could tell just because going back to it is just if they had like stuff that's liquidable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's easier for them to move. And then you have some people that have stuff that are just like sitting there, like,
What do you think when you go to a table and someone tells you, "Oh yeah, that car right there, that's not for sale. That's just
I'm not gonna sit and pretend like I haven't said that to anybody. No, actually, I haven't. Because let's say it's like you said, if it's not for sale, it is. Everything's always for sale. It's just who's gonna pay for that value, that price for it. So I tell them too. I was like, look, this is a piece. So Kyrie, it's somebody's PC. You have a value for it, right? Are you gonna let it go just because you need some money, or are you gonna let it go just because? But are you gonna hold it to the point where you know the value where it's at?
Sure.
Oh, a perfect example today. Some guy had a LaMelo 1 of 1 flux. No, it's out of 10 motion flux. I don't know if you heard it. It's out of 10. It's gold, and he valued it at PSA 10. He valued it at 5K, but
a 1-on-1 or 1 of 10, 1 out of 10,
1 of 10 flux, and he's valuing it at 5K. And he told me, he said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it right now. I was like, yeah, you're not gonna get it right now because it's flux.
You're gonna get it right now. But what? How did he come up with 5,000?
5,000?
That's always how do you come with 5,000?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't ask
a number like that on a card that's 1 of 5, 1 of 10. How'd you come up with that number?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I never thought about. I didn't ask him that because when he was explaining it to me, I was like, dang, like I was a believer. I didn't. There was no. I wasn't so like hesitant why he came up with the number one, because when he said it, he was like super confident.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't second guess him, but I don't know. I didn't think about that. I guess because Flux is his first year for NBA. It's LaMelo rookie out of 10, but I don't. And then it's a PSA 10.
I just always like to know the methodology.
Yeah, I didn't. Next time I'm gonna ask because that's it.
And it might be 5,000. But
no, yeah, that next time I'm gonna ask because I didn't think about that until right now. How he came up with that number? That's it.
How do we get that?
Because I know EJ has a 1 of 1 black LaMelo Flux PSA 10 valued at 30K. So, well, maybe like close to like 3 to
I don't
4.
know. I don't know.
Because if it's
I've
one of,
never dug into Flux to find. I really haven't done it. So
well, at that point, how do you value that real quick? Like, I mean, like how
there are some rare cards that someone could say 5,000, someone could say 15,000.
but if you had something, MJ out of 10 gold, I'm not saying. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but we're talking about LaMelo though. We're not talking about MJ.
No, but for you, like if MJ's your gold, your player,
Mm-hmm.
or anybody UPC, something like that at that value, do you just come up with like where? How do you justify that number?
Oh, I
At,
look at several different cards with a short number just like that one and try to understand what they're doing and then what's the trend on the card.
mm,
Is it going up? Is it going down? And then that'll help me understand what number we're at. But I can understand someone who has a limited print card and it's in high grade. You said it's PSA 10, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, it's
Pop one. So
yeah. So it's a pop one. So if you got a pop one, even if it's a 1-on-1 on a card or a pop one PSA, a BGS 10 or anything like that, you really come up with the number.
yeah, but see,
What do you want to part? How much do you want in return to part ways with the card?
damn, that's true. But just so this is the flip side to it. You have that number, but who's gonna pay for it too?
That's another question.
Yeah, because at that point, you guys are at that island where in no man's land, just because of you don't have comps, because it's 1 out of 10 or one
Then
of
it's
one.
LaMelo. Like what kind of season does LaMelo have?
Decent,
Right,
not
decent at best, right?
decent at best. I mean, for his sophomore year, it's okay.
He's averaging 19.9 points a game. His
Like
rookie
8.
year, he was 15.7.
What is
Uh,
his assists?
7.5 assists. Last
Then
year
his
was
turnover.
his turnovers at 3.2. Last year was 2.8.
Oh, it went down.
Yeah, they went up.
Oh,
His
it went
turnover
up.
by 0.4. What is his field goal percentage? Field goal is at 42, man. 42.5. It's not
And
good.
then last year,
43.6.
and then well, one more thing. What's his 3-point percentage?
3-pointers at 38%. Last year was 35. But he's not shooting well from the field, man.
Yeah, 42 is not
And
that
this is
good.
why when I watch a LaMelo Ball game, I try to watch as much Charlotte as I can. And he also takes. I mean, this is. It's. I don't want to pick on LaMelo, but there are a lot of young players just take defense off. They're chilling.
Well, yeah. Well, what in his case, it's his team already, right? So he kind of does what he wants in a sense.
And
So
that's the thing. Like you'll see him do some things.
that's
You'll
why
see
his
him shoot
turnovers went
early
up.
in the shot clock. I've seen him shoot early in the shot clock on a regular basis. He'll coast a little bit on defense.
But so let me ask you this. This is where it gets interesting. But you see how fast he's developing, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're okay, can you? So let's who can we think of a point guard that took forever to develop just because of the system they're in? Because they have him at that a leash. I don't want to say leash, but like they have him at a hold where they're super conservative with the player. They don't have green lights. I can't think of a point guard off the top of my head, but he's Lonzo's perfect example there. Can you imagine if Lonzo was in a situation where he has green light and he could do whatever he wants? His development moves a lot faster because he's able to take more, not mistakes, but be able to do more for the team than what he did his first year. I can't think of anybody else. But yeah, when you have a point guard come into the league and then they're in a team where they not that good and you're able to develop slowly, it helps them out, right? Or do you think they should have a sort of range, like kind of have like a limit on them?
Well, I think everybody needs to be coached. I don't know if a lot of these young players are coached, right? But
Yeah,
we're talking right now long-term thinking on a player, right? If I'm open to buying and flipping cars, I'm all about LaMelo and some other players. But when I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, where is he going to be in the long term? His cars are going to have value, so that's not even what of question. is he an elite player? Like, is he going to be? And it's hard to tell because he's only in his second year, and we'll see how he develops in basketball and how he practices and takes his game to the next level, even over the summers. But that's all I'm thinking about. Is like, who is he? Right. After 2 or 3 seasons with Carmelo Anthony, right? We kind of knew who he was. Right? Carmelo's not going to play defense. He's not really interested in grabbing rebounds. He's going to score the basketball, and that's about it. That's Carmelo Anthony. And some of these other players are similar to that. That's what they're going to do.
That's true.
But who's going to take the reins of being elite? I don't know. Loco says the biggest pickup we had yesterday was an Ant-Man. Speaking of Ant-Man, Donruss Gold Auto Jersey, #1 PSA 10. We pay $8,000.
I love Ant too.
So, like, we talking about players, right?
I love Ant.
How do you compare Ant-Man to LaMelo?
It's not even close.
All right, let's look up Ant-Man. Let's look at some data.
He wins already because he plays defense. he wins already.
Oh, there.
He's and then my favorite quote from last year when they asked him, "How do you feel about LaMelo winning Rookie of the Year?" He said, "I don't care. I'm not thinking about that. I'm trying to win a championship." Once he said that, I was like, "Yep, that's what I want to hear."
So last year he is rookie at 19.3 points a game. This year 21. His turnovers 2.2 last year, 2.7 this year. What else we look at? His assists 2.9 last year, 3.8 this year. He's more of a scorer.
But that's not bad.
No,
he's showing playmaking.
3-point percentage, 32.9 last year, 36 this year.
Well, that's not bad either.
Field goal percentage, 41 last year, 43 this year. They both got to improve on that.
That's not bad.
Not bad. But we got some like Steph Curry this year is 46% from the field.
46?
Yeah. Russell Westbrook is 45, 46.
Ah, man, no,
he's been 40, 45, 46 his whole career.
Yeah, if you're not hitting close to as a guard, as a guard, you should be close to the upper 48s, 40, 50s, close to it, right? And then you're
yeah, you want to get there.
And then
when I think about Ant-Man long term, it's like Loco here. Pay 8 G's on a card.
I mean,
I'm just gonna tell you the way my mind works. I could do that on a realistic side with Ant-Man before I could LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, because he's more fun to watch too. He does a lot. Excuse me. He does more. He gives more value to the team than LaMelo. You know,
and the thing I look at is that Ant-Man has more of I see the beginnings of a killer instinct. I see someone that's trying to get something done despite what you're doing. I don't see that in LaMelo Ball.
And he talks
going through the motions with LaMelo Ball.
He talks like he wants to win. If you guys watch his press conference, most of the time he always talking about this. I want to take the shot. You know, I'm going to take the last shot. I'm going to make sure we get to where we need to get. Like he has that leadership role and he's embracing it, especially in this team he's in right now. LaMelo's like, you know, just blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it just seems like he's going through the motions.
He cares what he's going to wear this week. You know.
Yeah, that's the stuff. When I see, I'm just old school with it, man. When I see players spending more time on that stuff, what their braids look like, you know there are players that like this, right? Braids are always tight. Braids are always done. It look like they're getting braided up every 2 or 3 days with a different design in the braids. They come out on the court, you don't see much. So Loco said that was the most we've ever spent on the card. Loco, are you coming down to the LA area? Are you going to the Del Mar show?
Are you going to Cardstock this weekend?
Yeah, plan to. Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you there. I gotta drop off a gift. I gotta drop something off.
Let's coordinate some time. I know you might be moving around, so let's just coordinate time.
I already talked to my boss. I'll pull up for a minute.
Cool.
Because I know because then following day I'm going back to the Bay, but you know we gotta work. We gotta work, FD.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is. We gotta work. There ain't no secret behind it.
Right. Rookie card finds. I buy slabs, list it, and enjoy looking at them on display till it sells. Yes, I met a collector the other day who traded his 101 for a gold Kaboom. Very interesting. 101 of what? 101 of who?
No, I'm not trading nothing 101.
I just want to know what the 101 was. There's some 101s, man. That you can get on eBay right now and find a 101.
But a 101 FD? You getting rid of a 101?
Depending on the player, man.
Damn, but that's 1 of 1. Like you're never gonna find it.
Okay. If
You
it's
don't care?
it all depends on the player.
Dang, that's crazy. I
Yeah,
don't.
I'll put a 1-on-1 in the trade of someone that's
Well, I mean, okay, so you're right because he traded 1 of 1 to for a 10 kaboom, go kaboom out of 10. It's easier to move that than a 1 of 1. You have more history to flip or move it. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So Loco says this dude flew in from Burbank to sell his cars and we bought all his stuff for $9,500. He said he was going to head to Santa Cruz, chill and smoke weed. Well,
Moving from
there you go. Yeah, he's good to go, man. 9,500, Santa Cruz, smoking weed. Will, buying an 86 box and opening it is stupid from a financial perspective. But Will, this was not about. They were opening cards, right? They had Drake in the house. They're not opening like hoops or anything like that. Like they had to go get something that was big. I looked at it the first time too and thought, would I make that move? I don't know. Totally stupid. Now, if you're uber wealthy and I'm doing it for entertainment, yes. I mean, we were looking at some uber wealthy here.
I mean, they basically make their money back because I'm sure they have some plan with that. I'm sure they got cameras in the background doing something. That 200K. I mean, 200K is a lot, but with them, that's play money right there.
Yeah, this is Flux's first year.
Yeah, Flux's first year. Yeah, for NBA. So we'll see. I mean, the design is not as well done as Prism, but we'll see. We'll see.
And it says PSA 10 makes you go, Never liked Flux. It has an interesting design to it.
It's cool. I mean, I got a few Flux 10s, like golds. It's one of those things where you just try to jump on it before anybody else does and see what happens.
Yeah, Loco said that's always a good question. How do people come up with their values, especially on rare cards? At least that's the question I'm asking. I just like to know the philosophy.
Yeah.
If you got a rare card and you come up with a value and add 3,000 to it, okay. I mean, I understand that. But
yeah, but no, that was a good one. Next time I go to these shows, I'm gonna start asking people, how do you come up with that number? And when I ask them, I hope they don't get offended. It's just a general. I just want to know.
I'll let people know sometimes. Hey, I'm asking this question. I'm not challenging you. I'm just always interested in the philosophies of card owners and those who are moving cards.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's one of those things where knowledge is power. So maybe the way you think, I could probably use it and flip it and benefit me.
That's some time. And like I said, if someone has a car and it's valued at 3,000, they say I want to sell it for 7. Who am I to argue that? I can't argue.
Somebody's gonna pay for it, man. When I look at these people that pay for that X amount of number for a card, I just look at them. It's like, man, like you know what you're doing, or you have an idea what you're gonna do with that card, because that's a lot of money.
Sylvester Boston says he's having a good season. LaMelo, he is. Plus, he made the Hornets relevant. This is true. It's only a second season. I agree with that. But I'm just asking the questions about. I think long term when it comes to a player. Right?
I just think if you could score, but see, look at LeBron though. LeBron doesn't do all that stuff. He gets, he plays. LaMelo and LeBron kind of play the same in a sense of like they're pass first type player. And look how long LeBron's been playing.
But the NBA player from the second year to the 7th year, to me, the 7 is a magical number. You got to see something. We can all sit around and say, "Well, this guy had a good season and his potential is there." I get all that, but at some point, you have to see who this person is and what are they going to be doing? Because between 2 and 7, really around 5, you see that.
It depends what position. Don't forget, it depends.
Oh yeah. Big man, point guard. Yeah. So LaMelo's a point guard. We're gonna give him some time. So Rookie Card Finder said, "I'll never buy LaMelo cards." Rookie, tell us why. Now I'm interested, right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm interested now. Like, why would you not buy LaMelo?
He's the L is for liquid.
Loco says, "I'm watching Winning Time with the True Gold, Magic Johnson." I know you put an LOL on that because Michael Jordan hasn't showed up in that series.
Oh man, here we go. Hey,
Michael Jordan is sitting back. If he's watching it, he's sitting back. You know what was funny though? I think Loco and I talked about this at the Mint. I think we talked about this. TMZ bumped into Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson said he's not watching One in Time. He won't watch any of it. He said he has his own documentary coming out, which I think is a 4 or 5 part series that's coming out in a couple of months.
Makes sense.
I wonder will he include some of the same content that's in Winning Time though?
I think probably be more realistic or authentic coming from his side.
Well, I think it's going to be more about basketball.
Yeah,
Winning Time tells you a lot more about what was happening off the court.
I want that.
The owner with Magic, with a lot of stuff.
I want them to do like a deep dive on these teams back in the day. You know, see how they really like what they were thinking throughout the whole time.
I think it will blow your mind. Man.
I really want them to do one on the Spurs. I mean, people don't like the Spurs, but I think it'll be interesting just because how they're able to plug people in. I had this conversation today with somebody in the Bay that Golden State is just like San Antonio with they're being relevant, you know, contending, but still able to draft and sort of looking for develop their players, you know, like Poole, the Jordan guy, and then Wiseman when he comes back. So that's a good place right now.
I just think I look long term, and I think Golden State at some point is going to make some tough decisions, right?
Well, money talks, yeah.
Poole is not going to be. I just don't see him taking a back seat to Curry and.
I think what they do is you trade.
They do what?
I think you got to trade one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody has to go at some point.
Go. Unless they really about that.
Did you all see a couple of games ago? Golden State, Poole comes down, shoots from half court with 4 seconds left.
Oh yeah. It was against Phoenix.
What was he doing?
I don't know. He was crazy.
All is rebounded at 1.6 on the clock. So these are the things that when you go from being like, you know, he's a good player, this is just development, really. Poole's going to be a good player. But what decisions do you make with the ball with certain seconds, minutes on the clock? He'll learn that. I'm pretty sure from that right there, he learned that, okay, I got to come down and manage this clock if I'm going to run this.
Yeah.
And there may be situations in the playoffs he's asked to run it. He'll get better at that. What do you think about collecting Karl-Anthony Towns cards? It looks like he's finally playing up his potential. Minnesota still needs to go to the playoffs and do something.
Yeah.
He has improved himself. He's lost weight. He works on his fundamentals. It looks like his footwork is better. He can shoot the 3. He has the outside shot, 15, 18-footer. But let's see what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's hard for me to buy in on big men. They're hard.
What seed are they? Are they? Let's see here.
I think they're like 6, 7. They're not. No, they're not in the playing. They're not in the playing tournaments. They're like probably 6. Is it 6? I don't know.
Oh, Minnesota. Not seeing them, man. Am I missing something?
No, they have to be in the. They're playing good. There's no way they're not. Oh, they're probably not. This is awkward.
I'm not seeing anything here.
Oh no, yeah, they're the 7th seed. They're the 7th seed. They're the 7th seed, and with the Clippers. Yeah, they're in the 7th seed.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're gonna lock the 7th seed.
So then we get to see what Ant-Man does, what he does. What are they doing? Oh, I just want to see how real Memphis Grizzlies are.
Oh, I think they're pretenders, but maybe I'm just hating. But
I'm believing that as well. So we're gonna see when the playoffs start.
It's a different game, FD. Once that ball goes up during playoffs, all that little that little ticky-tack stuff goes away. Now they really getting hit. You know what I mean? Like it's more physical.
Mm-hmm. Local says he has a friend. They are all about Ant-Man. Actually, like LaMelo Ball. That was a sweet card. And then he says, "Well, I have to listen to the general public on this one. Ant-Man's the real deal."
Sometimes the public ain't right.
03 says use Loco, bro. Sylvester, what do you think about collecting cards? We talked about that. Uh, I live near Hawk Stadium, where LaMelo played before he got drafted.
Oh damn! In Australia?
Interesting. You guys think Bill Simmons is a bust? I think I miss his best market to sell his cards.
No, his market's still gonna go up once he comes back.
I
It's
think
gonna
so.
it's gonna go up. I don't even think he's coming back this year.
No, he won't be back this year.
They need him this year too, just because I don't think they don't have an answer for Giannis.
What are some thoughts on him having a back issue? Right?
Supposedly.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Loco said I would most likely be doing a Del Mar car show. It'd be good to see you if you're there. But I understand that there are shows. You've been at shows. You're going to shows next week. I completely understand. Cal Kuzma is another.
Kyle Kuzma for another.
Cal Kuzma. There's a collector on Instagram that collects Kuz like nobody's business.
Man, he has the potential. Is this? He's gonna. People don't understand. He's like 25, 20, whatever how old he is when he came into the league. He didn't come into the league like in 1918. He came in 21, 22, 23, something like that, right? Because he played 4 years in college.
I think so.
That's why when everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he's really good," because he's already developed at that point.
Yesterday was the most fun I had set up as a dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Meet all types.
I mean, setting up. You really miss. I really remember how fun setting up is. It's a grind. It's a long grind, from like 9 to 12, 9 to 5, like a long grind. But it's worth it if you really put in the work.
I'm gonna start paying a little more attention to Flux. I collect Flux since I pulled a Zion Flux rookie
Let me
insert.
see if I could. I have a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander flex out of 10, Kyrie out of 10, Jason Tatum.
Loco, I believe this. This dealer in Vegas told me research. And when you're done with that research, it never stops.
It never stops.
Mm-mm. I asked a question yesterday. Do most people who are buying and selling cars, do they look at a graph of the value of the card over the last 9 months, 12 months, 15 months? I don't think people do that.
So today I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. There's times where I don't look at the comps because I already have an idea where the value is at already. So today, when I was buying the UFC lot, the prices that he was giving out were pretty fair for me, for my opinion. Okay, so the extra number I paid for it, and then what I got on top of it, I felt like it was a decent price of it. So it was. Sometimes I don't use comps because I already have an idea long term what the value is going to be at.
Oh, okay, so you're predicting future market.
Well, and then plus what I'm buying is numbered. It's
Okay.
numbered and it's
Okay.
auto. So I already have an idea. So I'm comfortable where it's at because I know the potential where it's gonna. I think
I've done it on some cars before.
Yeah,
I paid over comp on some cars.
I think the perfect one is when we went to Average Joe's.
Mhm.
Remember with Wiseman? You're just like whatever. You remember the price, and then you're just like you didn't even you look at the comps kind of, but you're just like it's pretty low for that time. So that's how I
I'm
feel.
always checking out Wiseman and several other players on what certain cars are, especially popular sets like Prism and the variations of Prism and the number of variations that are lower Prism. What is this car selling at? So I can see something sometimes at a show and already know that's overpriced or that's underpriced.
So what? And then Jay from Premier told me, he said, the next step is like, you want to use comps to buy cards. It's easy, but sometimes you just gotta go your basic knowledge because sometimes you looking at your phone, kind of like just the deal just goes away. If that makes sense, right?
If you're reading the person you're talking to, yeah, that could be the case.
Yeah.
There's some people, man. You start pulling out your phone, you start looking at it. Oh wow, they get blown away.
Yeah, because it's one of those you don't believe my word type things, or you don't trust what I'm saying. I mean,
I don't know. Is that only in the card? Business though? I can think of many other places where I've checked the price of something in front of the person. We're still in the conversation.
I don't know, but it's
It feels
different.
like the card thing is like an oath. I gave you my word. It's like an unwritten contract. I just told you something, like you should believe that. But I don't know if that holds true anyplace else.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Sometimes comps help, and sometimes it kind of doesn't.
Maybe sometimes in these other buying and selling experiences, you don't pull your information out right in front of the person.
Yeah, like
Like
I
if you're
said, when
buying
they
an asset with a considerable dollar amount, I may not be pulling out the research I've done or some kind of value that has been pulled from someplace else right in front of the person. That could
yeah,
make
I agree. Back to when I just real quick when I bought the UFC lot, he told me the number and I was shocked because I had a number in my head what I thought he was gonna give me. I'm just throwing a number. I'm just this is not what I paid for. Okay, I'm just saying he told me 200, whatever it was, right? And I was shocked because I was on the phone with my nephew because we go we do deals together with the UFC, and when he said that and my nephew heard, he said, "Oh, that's it, pull it right now, just buy it," just because we know where the cards are at. Personally, we know where they're at value wise, so that's when. And once he said that number, I was even shocked, and then of course you get a little greedy. You're like, well, can you do like blah blah blah, because at that point you're just like, man, if this guy's going that low for that card, in my opinion, it's low. Okay, but maybe in somebody else's opinion, it's not low because they don't know the potential or the market where the market's at. So once he
sense.
said that, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna look at comps because once he said the number, I was already at where I was gonna offer him. So now I'm trying to get him a little bit lower if I can. But yeah, I mean, like you said, if you know your research, if you do your research on the market and have an idea, then it's easy. Sometimes you don't even look at your phone unless they're crazy. Like you're like, oh, it's like 10 times over what the comp is or the market is. Then yeah, you're looking at them crazy.
Well, a lot of times we don't know too. When the seller's selling a card or cards, we don't know what their buy-in was for the cards.
Yeah, I mean, at that
We
point,
don't know
I
that. So
don't, I
somebody
don't.
may have bought in low,
Yeah,
and then everything above that is profit for them.
yeah, I don't. At that point, I don't even care what they bought it for. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get rid of it for that price. If you bought it too high and you're selling it too low, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Ricky says Melo wasn't a team player in Australia.
I can see that. He's a diva anyway.
With the lime green Joker coat. That thing was off the chain, man. Loco, when are you going to have a panel of YouTubers on again? I saw a video where you had like 10 people on at once. Yeah, JD was on there. We were
Hmm.
on for the Super Bowl.
Maybe for the finals.
Yeah, for the finals, we might do something. I think we're going to wrap some things around some other things and try to get people on. Loco, if you're interested, you let me know. Because I think last time we had Mr. Thomas on. So I'm all about. I like to have different people on doing different things. We had some breakers on. We had some people that do content on IG, people on YouTube. Um, and we had one person on. Mr. Thomas was a person who watches stuff. He's an avid collector. I like having collectors on to get their point of view. Let's see here. Kevin, thank you for rolling, man. Yeah, the Coos guy is hilarious. What are your
Style
thoughts on Shea Alexander?
easy. Go. I'm just kidding. No, he's good. He's gonna be good. He reminds me of who did he remind?
At one point, he reminded me of a bigger Ja.
CP?
Ja.
Ja? No, he's not athletic like Ja.
No, he's not. But their style of play
They're
is somewhat similar.
I think him getting a year under a CP helped him a lot because he's so smooth with his game.
I'm
Oh,
just still
they're
trying to figure out why was Shea drafted and traded.
for Paul George.
Still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know why they traded him. Now they don't got a point. Who's their point? Oh, who's their point? What's that guy's name? Dang, what's his name? Who's the Clippers point guard now? Um, oh my
Oh, is
god.
that Reggie Jackson?
Yeah, Reggie Jackson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have kept Shea. I think Shea is just more because he has that like Steve Nash, Chris Paul, but he could score better than them.
Yeah, it's just always been interesting to me.
Yeah.
Shea Alexander. We can keep going. Let me look him up.
No.
Is Anthony Davis a top 10 player?
No.
But he's top 75.
No.
He's top 75.
No.
He is top 75.
My favorite stat you said he only played 38 games out of 75.
He's never played 82 in a season that he's been in the NBA.
No.
When he came over, I called several people that I know and said this guy will not make it through a season. The only reason he made it through the season in the bubble is because they were in the bubble.
Yep.
He's not
He's
built
not
like
a
that.
top 25 player. You guys got
And then
full.
like what always gets me too is you look at a player, right? I played a sport before, so I look for certain things. So whenever he's out hurt, he comes back, he gains weight. I don't understand that. Like you look at him the other night when he came back, he's a bigger guy than when he left.
Yeah,
And
he's
most
not.
of the time when people leave, they're a team. I'm just telling you this. A team will suggest that you reduce calories that you take in,
Yeah, because you're
or
getting hurt.
they'll create things for you to do in a swimming pool or
Mm-hmm.
something to get exercise. So
Yep.
how JD? How do you gain weight?
You don't care. I mean, I'm not
You
gonna
don't
speak. I'm
care.
not gonna
That's
speak for.
that's the only thing I'm looking at. How do you leave the game and then come back heavier?
Look at
And you're
KD.
20, what is he, 27, 28?
KD came back and he still looked like he didn't miss his
That's
beat.
because KD he cares.
He cares because he knows there's more to
When
it
have
than
you
winning
ever
with
seen
championship.
KD out of shape? When have you ever seen him out of shape?
Never seen him out of shape
When have you ever seen LeBron out of shape?
because they care, man. It's more to it. That's
When have
bas-
you seen Kyrie out of shape?
Oh, yeah, he's never out of shape
I
after.
can keep naming players. Like you don't see these people out of shape.
Oh, Kyrie's a perfect example. He came back like he didn't miss a beat. You know,
Yes.
it's one of those things where that shows you how bad you want it. You
I
know,
just don't get it, man.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I mean, yeah, you got him a championship, but I still would have kept the kids over AD. I think they would have been long term better deal.
The Reverend Drips is right on here. You are the GM of your collection of your PC or whatever you're doing. If you flip, you are the GM. You
Yeah.
are the evaluator of talent,
Mm-hmm.
right? So doing your due diligence is key. You are forecasting future potential. That's why I keep talking about these players, and I don't talk about them from like right now. And I'm not talking about a ball car is going to be worth anything in the future. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about maximizing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
I want a Club Blast rookie. So do I.
Who doesn't?
I would as well. I mean, this is
Mm-hmm.
those cars look great. I think people are going to have to start paying over comps on a lot of hot cars. Local, I don't know about that.
I don't think so. I think
I
you just gotta. It goes back
think
to
you got to be patient. I think you got to be
Mhm.
patient.
Be
The
patient.
market is the market, man. Now, if you want to make a move right now and you say, "Hey, I want to pay over," that's a personal decision. But I think those who are patient and wait, good things will come.
Yeah, but comps are super tricky. So don't always think that just because it's over comps doesn't mean it's not valued. You know what I
No,
mean?
no. There are some cars I paid over comp for. There's not a lot of them, but there are some because I thought. So we went to the Burbank show. I mean, not the Burbank show, the Santa Barbara show months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Gentleman there had a PSA 9. Um, who was on there? The big three: Bosch, Wade,
And LeBron.
LeBron, Tops Matrix. Um, and I paid them like I don't know. It was overcome because I just thought the card is that's a rare card. I forgot what the pop was.
Well, it's probably low. You do your. I know how you
Yeah, it
buy.
was low. The pop was
Yeah, I know
low.
how you. I know how you do. So I know it's probably low.
But that card is, I mean, if you got that one, and then you got the one with Wade, LeBron, and Carmelo, those are nice cards.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll pay over comp for some things, but
There's
not all.
nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if you know what you're doing with it. I just think, and don't be in that. Don't fall for the people like, oh yeah, you paid over comp for it. That's a bad deal, or whatever. Like, no, it's
No.
not. Just be patient.
Uh,
And
the
see.
Reverend the Reverend Drip says some cards don't always have comps, like my PSA 10 Wiseman, CMY Emerald out of
And
88.
those are hard to really move too. Those
Mhm.
are really hard to move because now you arguing with somebody that don't see the same value you see with it. So that's the hardest part.
The interesting thing is going to be now that cards are numbered, now that cards are being graded, and let's say you have some cards that's like a pop 1, pop 2 right now. Let's say 15 years from now, it's still like pop 5.
That's money.
What's the value of that card going to be, man?
Probably a little bit more.
When you have someone now that is those characteristics of the card are still the same. Let's say they're a 20,000, 25,000, 27,000 point person in the NBA. And you still have these rookie cards or these second year cards that are numbered. and a 9 or a 10 on a PSA or even a BGS 10, those cards are going to, what are those cards going to be, man? That's the future of the hobby, bro. There's going to be some stuff that's bananas.
Yeah.
That right now people are like, I don't know about that.
Be patient. And if you want to buy, sell now, then do it. But you could hold cards for a long time. There's no rule to holding how long you want to hold these cards for.
Yeah. When, JF Retzless, I think I'm saying that correctly. When the seller of the transition pulls their phone, it's like a wet blanket. Buyers have every right to. I know I do. I don't know. I've never had anybody tell me that they felt a certain way about that. We continue the conversation, and I'll let them know, hey, I just want to check comps or I just want to check population on this card.
Yeah. So if I'm a seller, my price when I set up, me personally, my cards are gonna have if it's graded, it's gonna have the pop and the price. So that way you don't have any questions, and then the conversation becomes, okay, you gave me the information I'm already looking at already. So like what can we do from there? I mean, look, if they say I want to look at comps, I mean go ahead, look at comps. I mean, I'm not offended. Let's just have a nice healthy conversation. People don't realize it's not an argument, it's never an argument. You just gotta be just basic communication.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts on Zion? What do you think?
I mean, if you want to buy now before he plays, because once they say Zion is clear to play, it's a wrap. So buy while it's low.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the all season with Zion. Because he's
Yeah,
not
I,
playing
I think I think he's intrigued because the way CJ and Bi is playing right now, and they're hooping. they're I thought Damian Lillard and CJ was deadly. Brandon Ingram and CJ is nice too.
Brandon Ingram, I've always said, man, is a very nice player.
Super nice.
He's a very
Super.
nice player, man. The way he plays the game, it gets me excited. The length he has, was he a small forward?
You can play the 4.
Yeah, he plays well, man. So and I can always tell too when they play the Lakers, he has a little something for LeBron.
Got a little something in his eye, I don't
When
blame him.
LeBron went to the ran the middle of the paint the other day, and Ingram went up and just completely slapped the side of his head, and you saw LeBron go down on the ground. And I think they hit Ingram with a flagrant.
No, that was Jackson. It was
Oh,
Hayes.
was it?
Yeah, it was Hayes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't be afraid of LeBron anymore,
You
man.
know who also has something for LeBron is Wiggins. Whenever Golden State or Minnesota, when he was there, played the Cavs or the Lakers, he has something. Wiggins.
Oh yeah. They traded it. They traded him before they even played. He even played.
He knew LeBron got him out of town, man.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron get a lot of people out of town. So yeah.
Michael Thomas says, I just read Frank Gore is finally going to retire. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. My beloved 49ers are going to sign him on a one-day retirement contract, one of the best running backs. Longevity is his friend.
Yeah, dude, that guy he been playing for years, and it's not like he's a liability. He's still a productive player wherever he's at.
Hobbies, no hobbies on this obsession. J Mike, I appreciate you being here. Good show tonight. Thank you very much. I can't wait until we're back on together. It's coming up soon. And notice his picture, right? Everybody knows his vertical here.
Oh, that's him?
Don't think of J Mike. I always say what I love about J Mike, bro. We can talk cars all day and all night. But he's an athlete. Like, he's not just a guy lifting weights. This guy can dunk with both hands, do all kinds of stuff. So I respect you, man. I was actually looking at the if you're still on, looking at the post you put on Instagram tonight about the guy who almost broke your record, but he's not J Mike, bro.
Oh yeah, I wanted you to get on this comment before we get off. This one's a good one. This is a good one.
Prime example is a 2012 Gold Prism. Imagine how inexpensive some of those cars were compared to now.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Anything first year always gonna have a value.
Are we going back to the Flux? Okay, I can see that. I have Pop 1, but no bias. Maybe Pop 1 is hyped. I mean, I think it all depends on the player, what's going on, what's the demand for the card. Michael Thomas says, what's your opinion on Vince Carter cards? Very undervalued for a great player who played 22 seasons. arguably the best in a game dunker, but Toronto Raptors on the map. I kind of think Vince Carter suffers from the same thing as Tracy McGrady.
What's
They,
that?
they, they both spent too long in Toronto.
Yeah.
They both either were hurt or had injuries around them that affected the productivity of their careers in the playoffs, and it hurts their car values.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
That's what I think it is. Now, if you're talking about Vince Carter as a player, but there are several boxes I'll talk about that have to be checked for that card to go woo, like really go up.
Yeah, I don't think he fills every box for me. Back then, yeah. Back then, yeah. I love watching Vince Carter play back in the playoffs when he was playing against the Bucks and the Sixers in the playoffs. He was always going crazy. But now it's just different, you know. The game, where the game's at now.
Yeah, no hobbies. It's gonna be fun, man. So we got at Rolling with FD. I saw so many people walking up to vendors with a box of cards with no idea how much they want for their cards. I did once when I was 8 years old. The store wanted to set me straight. I think if you're walking around, this is just my personal opinion, and you don't know what you have, you're gonna be talking to somebody who does,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna be taken advantage of.
Yeah. Don't do that.
I would hate that would happen, right?
Yeah, but
I've talked to some people personally. Now I'm not saying I'm just telling the story, right? I've talked to some people who showed me some cards and said they wanted a certain price for them, and maybe I'm wrong, but I can't roll like that, man.
mm-hmm.
I just can't take someone's cards, man.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
I had a friend. This is a story, and he may not be on today, but I got a friend named Jay Ryan. I talked to him earlier today. I was at his house maybe 12 years ago, 15 years ago. And he says, "Hey, man, I got some autographed cards. You're in the autographs, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes and pulls out some, he said, "I got some autographed baseballs." He goes and pulls out these baseballs in a shoebox, man. He had a Ken Caminetti back in the day. If anybody that's a Padres fan, you know Ken Caminetti. He had a, who did he have? He had a Tony Gwynn ball, and he had like two other Hall of Famers. I forgot who they were. And he was like, "I give you all these balls for $300."
Damn.
I said, "Man, I can't do that, bro." I told him what each of the balls were worth. Like, you go put those back up in the closet for your kids when they get older, man.
Mm-hmm. And what did he say?
He was shocked at the value of the balls, and he even thanks me to this day for having that conversation with him.
Damn.
I can't do it.
I wouldn't do it either. I'm not gonna sit here. I mean,
I just
you
can't
know,
do it.
you just gotta be good to people. That's
Yeah,
all.
man. To me, you gotta be good. It comes to you. I just can't take advantage of folks.
No, I
I'm
agree.
I'm not built like that. That I have talked to people though who have like, man, I ran up on these cars and person only wanted $100, and it might be $1,200 in cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I always think, at least if I feel that way, maybe I'll talk them up in price a little bit. I just can't walk away. Chance, J Mike, you tight man, love your show with JD.
He said FP.
FP Hoops. Yeah, it's all good. Respect. 2012 Prism first year example. It's fine example compared to Flux. I hope. Do you think Flux is going to be as popular as Prism though?
Well, I mean, anything first year always has a asterisk on it. So we'll see. I mean, it's the first year. It hasn't even been a few months yet. We'll ask us in a few years. We'll see. I mean, maybe just because of the rookie class this year. I mean, it was the Lamelo, and
What do you think of Kate Cunningham?
he's solid.
You think so?
I think he's so smooth. He's so smooth, man. I didn't like him. I like Jalen Green better, but man, they're completely different players.
Yeah,
They're
completely.
completely different players, and they play, and you could tell. And that's what I like about this year's draft. It's completely different, but he's super smooth, man. He could play. Jalen Green's more on athleticism right now. Man, K could play. He could really play.
He got an old school vibe to him.
Yeah, he takes his time. You know, just do it. Gets to his spots. Nothing's gonna force him to go that way. Just gets to his spots and
Got that
pulls
low
up.
jump shot. He's not too far off the ground.
Yeah,
All right. All Toronto players aren't worth much.
yeah.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Grizzlies moved from Vancouver to Memphis, so I mean, I don't know about the Canadian market. Maybe I don't know what that is, though. I really don't know what that is.
Yeah, we have to be there. I have to go to Toronto one time and see.
I would love to do that, man. I wanted to go to Toronto since I was in Detroit.
I want
I
to go
would
to Toronto too.
You know,
I
they
would,
have a show. What is it? Once a year?
yeah, I want to go to Toronto. That's a nice place to go.
It'd be a great show to go to. Basketball good and hobby good are two different things. You're right.
It's
You have to be
100%.
basketball good, but that does not assure you will be hot in the hobby. This is true. I'm saying there are other things that factor into if this player's cards are going to be
Hmm.
on a whole nother level. And these are the things that I think about when I see people like, LaMelo Ball, Ant-Man, other people play. You can't really predict it. You almost have to let something sort of fall in your lap. Like you make decisions based upon the play of the cards, things like that. But there are some intangibles that you may not know about that have to fall in your lap.
That's the word. Intangibles.
A card that gets on love like Pippen, similar value in cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Pippen ain't got nothing that excites me. He don't excite me.
I think I wonder if his recent comments have affected his card values.
I mean, he's crazy too. He be talking crazy. He talks crazy lately. So I
He
mean,
said he was a GOAT.
no, whatever.
You know what I thought was smooth though? This was I said this to several people, right? You say, man, Mike Jordan's not that great, man. I'm the GOAT. There's a lot of good players in the
I mean,
league.
you gotta talk you gotta talk
But
it too.
you talking all that talk, right?
You got
You
to. I
don't
mean,
show up to the 75th.
oh, he didn't.
No, Pip was not
Oh,
there.
come
Pip
on,
was one of
man.
the players that was via satellite, right?
YVS. Man, he's crazy.
Get that old school term. Via satellite. That was Scott. And Pip was like, hey, what's up, y'all? From I don't know where he was at. To me, if you're going to say Mike Jordan is not great, show up.
Yeah, back that back. I mean,
That's
does
what
MJ?
I'd be like, hey, JD, man, you're not the bomb. Then I show up.
Yeah, I'm showing up, man. I mean, you gotta. There's a difference between confident and being arrogant. You just gotta find a fine.
I just think he has some bones to pick with some people. There's some problems I think that he has with some folks. And I think Mike Jordan is one of those people that he vents on.
Yeah.
And he had a book out. So no hobbies, only obsessions. Too many collectors let influencers rob them just to say they did a deal with him. Speak on this.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
That's 1,000%
It's not
true.
even
Right?
you just want you just want that post to be like, oh, I did a deal with with FD. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
see that.
I'll say this though. I said this yesterday. I think when we go in and we start negotiating with people, it's a straight up negotiation, right? I'm never using I don't use anything, man. Other
Yeah, I don't
than
use dealing thing either.
I don't get down with that.
Yeah, I don't even got anything. I'm just saying like people be like, "Oh, you're JD." I'm like, I don't care. I'm JD. I'm Jeremy De La Rosa. Yeah, I am, but that don't mean I'm nobody. I'm still like I don't
You should
care.
leave
Like
this up here for a while. I
yeah,
should leave that up there for a while.
I don't I don't
That's 1,000% the truth.
I don't care, man. Like I don't care. You treat everybody the same just because you want a little attention. You get that. Oh yeah, thanks for doing a deal with me. And knowing damn well you probably got a. I don't like saying this word, but you got cooked out of the deal. So it's just. But it's just one of those things like, oh, you want to make this deal? I'll put you on my video. Like, nah, I'm okay. Like,
I can't mess with it, man.
be fair with it. But,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people, I see it firsthand all the time, and I get so mad. I'm like, why are you guys doing that? But it's just conversations where people don't feel comfortable talking. It's just like, I feel like it was a good deal for who? For him or for her? Not for you. But you feel you want to. They use that their power or influence as leverage, and sometimes that's not fair for everybody else. Because guess what? They're gonna you sold that car for $50 and it's worth 100. They're gonna flip that for double, and you know what I mean. And then they're gonna be on their YouTube saying or whatever that, oh, I bought this car at X amount. This is how I did it. And then that gets a bit more power to like, oh yeah, this guy's doing what he's doing. So it's stuff like that. But I mean, do what you gotta
Yeah,
do.
each one take it seriously with their own perspective. when you're out and you're talking to people, uh, when I'm out and I'm talking to people, JD, we'll take our premise of what we do and show people what we do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and people came up to me today. A few of them. They said, "Man, I'm surprised you're not like doing this and that and blah blah blah." I'm like, that's not how I roll. Like I like to just be me. Like I'm not, I don't do all that extracurricular activities when I'm at shows. Like I'm just doing me. I'm not. I see all the other YouTubers and all of these other people doing what they do. I mean, that's them. They got to do their. That's their
Yeah,
game.
that's what I say, right?
Yeah,
Everybody has their own rhythm in life in general.
yeah,
Part of the way I do stuff is different than how other people do stuff, and vice versa. So it is
yeah.
just about what do I do and what do I want to portray. People talk about their brands, but I feel like I had a brand since 1975 when I was born. No, I'm serious, man. I'm serious.
No, I agree, man. Your brand.
I come from a household, man, where people did not play games, bro. My
Hmm.
parents did not play games. So I could be at one point, man. I was ranked really high academically in my school, in my class, right?
Hmm.
My father and mother still challenged me. What was I doing athletically? When I got athletically the bomb, when I did better at that, people were talking about, okay, what universities are you applying to, and why do you want to do that? My parents were big on what decisions are you making and why, right? So that was my brand way back in the day, man.
Yeah.
When I walked around school, when I talked to teachers and professors, when I got a job and started working, who am I at work, man? What am I doing?
Yeah,
And it's
and
the same way when we come on here and start talking
mhm.
about stuff, going to shows. And when I go to a show, man, I talk to J Mike about this. I represent my household, man. I'm representing my son Junior. I'm representing G. I'm representing everybody that's in my household. I'm representing my parents. When
Damn.
I'm talking to someone on a car deal, man, this is the things that go to my mind. I'm representing my grandma who taught me some things about how to conduct myself. My great aunts. These are all the people that's riding with me, bro. So when we talk about brands, to me it's bigger. It's embedded since a long time ago of how do I conduct myself and how do I get down. I don't care if there's a camera on or if there's a camera off. I'm conducting myself a certain
Mhm.
way. If I go to dinner with someone, I'm sitting down. I'm gonna have no roller with FD gear on. I'm conducting myself a certain way.
No, I agree. And for me, where I'm at my career and where I work at, your brand is the biggest thing you have. Your word is what you only got. And I'm lucky enough, that I have a few like mentors with me, and they're just showing me the way. And you too, like you're showing me this, be true to yourself, and everything's gonna fall in line.
Yeah.
And that's 100%. Trust me, girl. Like especially because where I'm at my job, I'm in management, so I'm always being looked at. I'm always being, pick, 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 pick. So I already have this same mentality coming to when we do this, the hobby stuff. So I 100% agree. Your brand is everything. Yeah, people say crazy things about you, but as long as you stay true to who you are, and you're gonna be good. And I 100% agree what you're saying. And and I wish I knew that when I was like 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. There's a lot of that's why all these young kids, like younger people coming up, it's always good to have somebody. I'm not saying you're old, FD, okay? I'm just saying like the
You can
wisdom,
say I'm old. I'm good with
but
that.
but it's the wisdom that you provide. Like my one of my best friends, he's my coworker, but I consider him like a good father figure to me because he's older and everything. Just the game that he's giving me, he's like, I'm telling you all this because I don't want you to go through it. And you gotta,
That's
and
what I
it's
tell
either
people all the time. I give
you,
advice to people.
mhm,
I try to tell things to my own children because I just
yeah.
don't want them to go through. I'm trying to give them the cliff notes to life.
Yeah, and when he told me that, he always is my this is my favorite line. He always told me, and I took this to heart. He said, "A closed mouth don't get fed." And when he said that, I was like, "Man, that's it. That's all I needed to hear." Because I was so not shy or anything, but I was just to myself, right? I always want to, So when he told me that, I was like, "Man, you know what? That's something I'm gonna live by forever because it's 100% true." You have all these ideas and you want to do all these things, but if you don't got the voice or you don't have to stand up for what you believe in, you're just gonna be sitting there forever wondering what if. So yeah, I trust me. I what you just said is like 100% agree. hundred
Mhm.
percent agree.
Michael Thomas, I'm a fan of dealers that put their asking price on the car in their display. Unlike people that put cars in their case and you ask how much and they say, Let's look at comps. Know your prices. Yeah, well, I I'll tell you this: if I come to your table multiple times and we're going through this, Mr. Thomas,
Hmm.
it just says something. But if I come to your table and you're talking like JD just said, I got the comp on there, I got the price on there. We can talk through anything. All information is available to you. I'm ready to have a conversation. I'm greeting you. I'm shaking your hand, ma'am, sir, whoever it may be. I'm coming to that table probably more often. There are people now that when I hit a show, I'm going straight to their table first.
Yeah.
And it's because they're lined as an expression, they're lined out. Everything that needs to be known about a card, every conversation that needs to take place, they're going to do it. And then if they need to check a comp on the price or whatever, it's rare. We all understand there are things that happen, but they're right back to me. I can walk a few tables, come back, they're right back to me. We're back in the conversation. And I
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree.
Yes, there's an old school Asian style, your face and last name, don't mess it up.
That's
That's right.
true.
That's right, Chance.
That's true.
My father used to always joke with me and say, all you got is your rep.
Yeah, that's all you got is
People
your
mention
name.
your name and talk about you when you're not around. What are they saying?
Whew. Yeah,
What are they saying, people?
it's deeper
And
than
that's
that.
this is way beyond cars. We're talking
Yeah,
about
it's
bank
deeper than
principles,
that.
right?
There's a
That's
lot of false accusation. You know, how many people just saying crazy things about you, and you're just sitting there like, man, that ain't me. But if you portray yourself like that that way, then yeah, people are gonna think like that. So you got to hold yourself at a standard where you will want to be considered.
I even talked about my son, like Junior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Junior was asking me for a long time, "Hey, Dad, when can I come to a show? When I come to the show?" G and I roll. When can I come to a show? And I sat him down and talked about you got to conduct yourself a certain way. What is your behavior like? What is your behavior like at home? What's your behavior going to be like outside? So we went to the car stock show. I'm talking to him in the show, but in the car before we get there, and he knew it was serious. So he comes in. He met you, JD,
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I remember.
and EJ. He
I
met
met
several.
everybody.
He
Yeah,
conducts himself a certain way. And I want to bring him down. I want to bring him to Burbank when Burbank happens. We're prepping him for that. I wanted to bring him to Delmar, but that might be a lot for him in 3 days.
man,
But
that's
he would. I want him to be at Burbank, and I want him to meet people. But we had to. It had to be some teaching moments, right? JD, he can't come up to your table and start picking up cards.
man. But see, that's why I'm so excited to be a father. You know, like this stuff, these conversations is like, yeah, like that's why I'm saying like all these young kids and just being a father, it's always good to have somebody like has a lot of wisdom and knowledge because they'll be able to guide you to the right way. And I'm telling you, man, like you're 100% right. Because as a father, it's hard. You're making decisions, you're making mistakes that you try not to make at this stage, right? You try to be perfect on everything. So it's pretty cool. You're hearing you talk about that because that's the same way I want to do portray with my daughters as well. How you conduct.
Beyond my parents, we used to go to the summers in Mississippi from Chicago, and we would stay
Mhm.
the whole summer. And there were three women that kind of talked to me a lot: Thelma, Alberta, and Alice. And Alice was my grandmother. And I want to give a shout out to them. Right, they used to talk to me about a bunch of stuff. And you're talking about futuristic thinking. Like Thelma Griffith would tell me about what I was going to be doing when I got grown, how I need to carry myself, how I should pronunciate words, how I should talk to people. And every time I'm out of the show, man, or anywhere really, I think about her because everything she said was 1,000% the truth.
Mhm.
She was the first African American in the state of Mississippi to get a master's in education. And she used
Oh
to
wow.
break stuff down to me on a regular basis. I'd be in the car with her. I go to her house and in the kitchen cooking or just whatever. She would educate me on stuff. So that's like, and I think we forget as people, right? When we meet people and we're teaching people things and also getting taught things, that's how we transfer information from generation to generation. These were people way back. I used to go to Mississippi, man, and talk to a bunch of people. I'm like five guys that men that are like 80, 85, breaking stuff down to me about life. And I remember all that stuff. It was important to me. So now that when it's kind of a rolled up thing, right? I may be
No,
in
I
my
agree.
40s, but I got knowledge, man, from probably 100 years ago.
And that's the biggest thing too,
That's a big
man.
thing, right?
That's so cool. Like I'm telling you, there's so much stuff like I want to pass down to my kids. And just hearing you talk about it reminds me of my coworker, Mr. I call him Mr. Brown, but he's it's just cool. It's always cool to hear these things because it opens up another level of thinking.
Yeah. Bought lessons versus taught lessons. The latter is always cheaper. The
Yeah.
Reverend Rips. Yeah. Our name is our brand. Once you prove you're not who you are portray, I'm skeptical about everything. At that point, I question just about everything, either with a question or in my mind.
I told my daughter that the
I just
same.
go into listening mode.
Mm-hmm. Question everything. But yeah, damn, this was a good one. The FD man, I appreciate this one.
Oh
Even
yeah,
though,
it's a good
even even
conversation.
even though I'm a co-host, I appreciate this one. The last few minutes was really good.
Oh yeah. Well, I enjoy having you. I know you got a time frame.
No, I
I
know, but
yeah.
no, the last few minutes was really good because it gives me makes me realize a lot being more than whatever what you're doing
And
card
I think
collector.
that as people on YouTube, like I don't even know if I consider myself an influencer, man.
No, I don't want. I'm just me, man. I just say I'm JD. That's it,
Yeah.
man.
So as people on YouTube, we're gonna have and I've had some people on, we're gonna have people coming up to us in shows, talking to us. Someone who has seen this or other stuff that we've done, or JD stuff that you've done on your own, the stuff that I've done. And they're gonna be looking to us for guidance and advice
Mhm.
sometimes.
Somebody
We
came up to me today. Somebody came up to me and made me feel pretty good. They're like, "Oh, JD, I really appreciate your content. It's really good." I was like, "Man, thanks." Especially coming from the Bay, So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, people are looking, man. And when they come up, they want to kind of meet the individual that they met on this show. Right. It's
Yeah,
important. It's important to people to have a little bit of a connection and then be able to talk to you and walk away. You plant that seed when they're about to walk away.
yeah.
It's important. So we got Dakota in the house. Sports Cards Anonymous. We rolling. Hope the family is doing well and you as well, good sir. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We gotta hook up talk sometime. I appreciate it. And you guys aren't influencers. You guys are some real collectors who are about the state of the hobby. Chance, I appreciate it. That's
Yeah,
what I think of, man. I'm not,
yeah.
and
We're
that's
just
why I like, people know I enjoy Steph Curry, right? But I don't run around hyping up Steph Curry cards, and I just show people what I'm thinking about and what I'm doing.
yeah. That's how I feel too, man. Like you said, knowledge is key. If we're able to pass down this knowledge to anybody that's watching, I feel like we're winning already.
He says I have not once bought a card because of what you guys said. I don't think we present that. I think we're about showing what we do and how we enjoy the hobby, and then letting everybody kind of vibe off that energy, man.
Yeah, we're just giving knowledge that we think. We're just giving our insight, and you guys do what you guys want. It's they just take it as a sponge, just flip it to how it benefits you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, JD, I'm gonna say on our timeline. I know we're about to hit 10 o'clock.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Let's go,
See how sounds rolling, bro.
man. But it was good, man. I'm telling you, the last 20 minutes of the conversation was beautiful. So I
Yeah,
got, it's cool. These are the conversations that I love to have.
yeah. I still need to roll with FT bumper sticker. We need to add that to the list of some paraphernalia. We can get people some branded stuff. That'd
All
be
right,
cool, man. That's a,
but I
that's a
got
good
some.
idea, Chance. That's a good idea. Uh, that's what we try to do, man. We like to get on here and have fun, but actually talk about some real life stuff. I bought a few Curry Will to Win if you showed FD. It was actually a good deal with
I
my
bet.
LCD. Hero 3. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed, but I think when the last ball is shot and that young man takes off his sneakers, I think he's gonna leave an impression on the game.
Yep.
Well, JD, man, I appreciate you. Do you have any words of wisdom? Anything you want to say to the people before we get up
No,
out of here?
man, just keep rocking with us, or I'm sorry, keep rolling with us, and we're gonna keep coming every week because I mean it's getting better every week. The conversations is getting deeper and deeper, and I appreciate it. Even today, even though I'm a co-host, the last few minutes I was like, oh man, this is really good. So I hope
Yeah.
everybody uses whatever we say. I hope you guys use it, and we'll see what happens.
And JD, I just want to say I appreciate you, bro. You went to the Bay. You got off a plane. You went home, and you jumped on this live. And
Oh man, I gotta do what I gotta do.
no, but I
Because
just
we working.
I appreciate it, bro.
No, we working, man. We got to we gonna try to figure something out for Saturday. We're gonna keep working because we got big things for this, and we just got to keep moving forward.
Yes, sir. I know we got Saturday coming up, and then I think LA Propers after that, and then there's Delmar.
Yeah, after this weekend, I'm gonna take a minute break, and then let's hit Del Mar hard.
Yeah, Del Mar's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be real nice. I want to thank everyone for being here. This has been wonderful. I know we
Yes,
adjusted the time. I appreciate everyone for adjusting with us and showing up and spending some time with us. We'll be back next Sunday to spend more time with you all. We'll be back to the regular time next Sunday. But thank you very much, Mr. Thomas. You're the last one. I have been telling people you, my brother FD, have been the same guy, open and honest, since pre 100 day. Yeah, I'm going to be the same. Like I
yeah,
said, I've been the same guy since probably
75.
1975, early in the AM when I
Yes,
came into
sir.
this world, man. We got, my brother and I got raised, man, by many, many, many people. So this is an extension of what
You
we
could tell,
when
and
I
you
get
could
on
tell.
here, I show y'all a little bit of my mom and pops and several other people, and that's where it's going to stay, Mr. Thomas. We don't change for anything. I don't care if I had 300,000 subscribers one day. We're still going to be talking about the real deal when we get on.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
people. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
JD.
Have a good night,
All
everybody.
right, bro.
FD.
Have
I'll
a
see
good
you
one.
later.